Morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning. Sure happy it's Thursday. So, on my way to work this morning, kind of a rainy and, well, not rainy, drizzly day. Kind of hoping that things change, but, that's whenever there's a gloomy morning. Probably just going to be a routine day for me, but we'll have to see what's happened when I get into work. It was a good council meeting last night at the church. I had to go in to ask them to formally approve a covenant document, and basically that explains my ministry with hospice, with what my ministry with them looks like, how I am in ministry with the wider United Church of Christ, and went very easy, but they'd also been through it before, about give or take a year or two ago, so excuse me, no real questions, just okay, we'll do it, and I'm happy about that. That means that another step in this whole process of board certification is done, and can keep working on the other stuff. So, we'll talk to you along in a bit.
Well, hello everybody. I'm not going to date this one simply because this is something that is kind of, timeless. Wanted to talk to you about a letter I read at Dear Abby today. Basically, it was about a gentleman who was engaged to his same-sex fiancée, and his sister, citing religious reasons, was having difficulties accepting the role of best man. It caused me to think back to my wedding, the big white wedding in Minnesota. Picture it, Washington, D.C., 2008. And I needed to ask people to be my best man. Sister Heather, or as we started calling her when we first met, Lena. So we had Sven, Oli, and Lena. Heather was going to be Mike's groomette. There is beauty in same-sex marriages that you have no clue what's going to happen at the ceremonies unless you talk to the couples, because tradition is completely thrown out the window. Yes, some couples may say, I want the big white wedding, and there's a church involved, and there's tuxes and wedding dresses and everything that should go along with a wedding in the traditional views. Yet you can throw things out the window. Our ring bearer was Mike's niece pulling a little wagon with mine and Mike's oldest stuffed animals, holding our rings on a pillow. Here's a few tips. The family must at least be invited. If you feel that you can't do a wedding for whatever reason, that's fine. Have the courtesy and the guts to say it, and then ask them to choose somebody else. Because if you can't be 100% happy for them on their wedding day, you do not need to be part of the wedding party. Attend if you choose to. If you object to the marriage, shut your fucking face. Sit there, glower if you want, but you'd best not do anything to ruin the day. Otherwise, stay the hell home. For everybody planning the wedding, invite family, invite your friends, and then just have the best party you want to have. Because this is a celebration of your love, and make it a special day with the things that are special to you and to your spouse.
Afternoon, everybody. Been a good day today. A few visits in. So, as I was kind of scrolling through my news feed, as I like to do to kind of close out my day and reflect on it, and found on my Yahoo feed Kirk Cameron, who, as you may or may not know, is a former child star who grew up and became a major evangelical Christian. The quote that they lead off with, I didn't actually read the article, mainly because I don't agree with a lot of what he says. The quote, of course, that they lead off with, back to what I was going to say, was something that kind of got me going. And the quote was that wives are to honor and respect their husband's lead, not to tell their husband to be how he ought to be a better husband. And of course, here is one of the staunchest opponents of marriage equality, of course, peddling a very antiquated, outdated theology that only caters to the group of Christianity who believes that wives have to be submissive to their husbands. It's a literal reading of Scripture as opposed to a figurative, or it ignores contextual situations where, again, humanity is trying to survive. Don't jive with modern families, or many modern families. But the other thing that, of course, gets me going is apart from the blatant sexism that wives are lesser than men and that they should have no say in the marriage, it gets me going on, okay, well, if he's viewing marriage as wives be submissive to your husbands, I'm more looking at it as, okay, but how about those of us who still believe in good values and on mutual love and respect and honoring our partners? I think it's appropriate at times to tell our spouses how to be a better spouse. I do that on a regular basis with Tobey, and he does the same with me. I think that makes us better people, because we built our relationship and we built our marriage on our respect for each other. For us, saying, okay, but here's a different way you can do it and make it better. Or if we didn't disagree, or if one person was completely submissive to the other, or it wouldn't be about respect. It wouldn't be about relationship. It would be about domination, and basically the other person would be property. When I see quotes like this, my blood gets boiling. I want to send a message of encouragement. You don't have to dominate your partner, but you can encourage them to be better, and find a way to improve yourself that is loving and of mutual benefit to you and your spouse. What it boils down to for me is, of course, this antiquated notion of wives be submissive. And it doesn't work in a same-sex relationship, but it shouldn't work in a straight relationship either. For that, if what you build your marriage on is the husband is the lead and the wife is the follower, I see that very much doomed to the dustbin. And that while everything in a marriage can't be equal, the striving to make it equal is worth it. The respect that you have for your partner can build the love that you have for each other, and your relationship should be built on love. My hope for you is that you will see the benefit of really being supportive of your partner, or in your marriage, or in your growing relationship with a partner. Or that's the bedrock. That's the foundation.